Итак, продолжаем. Продолжаем последний стрим. Последний квест, скорее всего. Будем штурмовать замок. Давай. Могу сохраняться? Не могу. А у меня вообще есть чем сохраняться? Да.
What are they waiting for? Quiet, for fuck's sake. What are they waiting for? How should I know? Why do I bother asking? Oh, be quiet and watch that light on the battlements. Fuck this waiting, I'm gonna climb.
Давай, братух, полезли. Я тоже с вами, давайте. Давай, пошли. Забираемся. Так. Тише. Опа.
But there are still 2 guards on the portcullis winch to deal with. Any volunteers?
Henry will do it. Buffoon?
Henry, then. Just make sure you keep quiet.
Сохраниться могу, блядь? Не могу, сука. Хуета. А могу сейчас? Не могу, блядь. Не могу, сука. Бля, я просто не понимаю, как это сделать, блядь. Я просто, если подойду, блядь... Ага. Так, вот так вот. А что я неправильно в прошлый раз сделал, типа, на прошлом стриме? Я не понимаю. Дальше что? Что дальше, братуха, что дальше? Так, может, это тоже тело забросить туда? Пускай там валяется. Так, чисто по приколу заберу. Чисто по приколу. А сохраниться могу? Не могу сохраниться. Блять, ладно, давай мы вот тут вот поднимемся. А, он не дает сюда подняться мне? А, не дает. Там кто-то есть? Походу никого нету. Или кто-то есть все-таки? Блять. Тише, нахуй, тише, блядь, тише, блядь, тише. Блять, кто это нахуй такой, блядь?
Fuck. The alarm's been set.
Блять, ну какого хуя, блять? Блять, какого хуя, нахуй? Ну пиздец. Ну почему я не могу сохраниться? Ёбаный пиздец, блять. Ладно, просто туда просто не надо не туда идти, блядь, вот и все. Я все понял, короче, я все понял. Типа. Бля, ну какого хуя, блять? Короче, я понял, все, туда не идем, блять. Просто игра не дает, блять. Просто игра не дает, блять, туда прийти, нахуй. Просто игра не дает. Просто, блять, вот такая игра, нахуй, у нас.
What are you doing here? You're playing truant from the monastery, aren't you?
Чего, блять?
We'll go first and take out the sentries. Wait here.
What do you think you're doing? I have a mind to call
Ты
the
что,
guards.
дурачок, блять? Пиздец, это... Бля, охуенная игра, блять, охуенная игра. Охуенная. Блять, уже просто я не хочу ее проходить, блять, уже не хочу, блять.
What are they waiting for? Quiet, for fuck's sake. What are they waiting for?
How should I know?
Why do I bother asking?
Oh, be quiet and watch that light on the battlements.
Fuck this waiting, I'm gonna climb.
Ой, блядь, тяжело. Луна красивая.
Henry will do it.
Buffoon?
Henry, then. Just make sure you keep quiet.
Так, нам нужно подождать, пока он сделает полный оборот сейчас. Или не надо, блядь? Заебись.
First, we have to find the hostages. Then we can come back and deal with the rest.
Так, тихо, 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 тихо.
Easy now. We're almost there. Let's not fuck it up at the 11th hour.
Так, ждем, ждем, ждем. А что мы ждем-то?
Careful here. All doors lead to the courtyard. All it takes is for one man to go for a piss and he'll see us.
А он в дом зашел, блядь, или что он сделал?
Patience. He has to move.
А кто из них должен отойти, блядь, там их двое? Один сверху, один снизу.
Any time now. Jesus. Get a fucking move on, man.
А куда двигать, блядь? Блять, так в смысле нахуй? В смысле, а куда двигать, блять? А куда двигать нахуй? Куда надо было двигать, блять? Охуеть, блять. А куда двигать надо было, блять? Пиздец, блядь. Вот такая игра у нас, блядь. А куда двигать, блядь? А куда двигать, нахуй? Охуеть. Я не понимаю просто, куда мне надо было идти, блядь. Я не понимаю, просто, блядь, тупая игра ебаная, блядь. Я не понимаю, блядь. Вот что мне надо было делать? Мне надо было убить его, нахуй, или пройти скрытно, блядь. Ну какого хуя, блядь? Пиздец.
A monk's got no business out here.
A monk's
What
got
happened
no
to your
business
vows?
out here.
Да ебать, прикольно, нахуй. Прикольно вы
Monk's got
придумали,
no
блядь.
business out here.
Take out the sentries.
What happened to your
Wait
vows?
here.
Монаху, блядь, здесь делать не. Вот эта игра, нахуй, у нас, блядь, заебись, 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 блядь, заебись, заебись.
Got belly. What are you
What are they
doing?
waiting for? Quiet, for fuck's sake. What are they waiting for? How should I know? Why do I bother
И сохраняться нельзя, блядь, и, сука, и то нельзя, и это нельзя, блядь, и нихуя нельзя, блядь, и, сука, спасательный шнапс, блядь, у меня есть, блядь, и то есть, и это, блядь, есть, и ничего не могу сделать, блядь. Вот эта игра охуеть, блядь, заебись, блядь.
Fuck this waiting, I'm gonna climb.
Да. Идрих идет самый последний, блядь, да, как обычно, как всегда, нахуй, да, вот такая у нас игра, сука, скрипты вот такие у нас, блядь, да, блядь, вот так, нахуй, вот так, блядь. Да.
Buffoon.
Почему этот, блядь, не слышит, блядь, а тот, сука, услышал, блядь, за миллиард километров, блядь. Почему, сука, почему? Вот я сейчас, блядь, их двоих убил, блядь, очень рядом, блядь. Тогда, когда я убил того чела, блядь, за миллиард километров, блядь, этого никто не услышал, блядь. Почему, нахуй? Почему, блядь? Почему? Почему, блядь? Это наш чел? Это кто? Это Ян
It'll go a
Птачек.
lot easier if no one sees us. First, we have to find the hostages. Then we can come back and deal with the rest.
Так, а куда нам теперь, блядь? Найди пана Рацика, блядь. Понятно. Эх, братуха, да, вот так вот мы быстро идем. Вот так вот мы быстро идем, да.
Careful here. All doors lead to the courtyard. All it
Да мы
takes is
поняли,
one
блядь, ну
man.
мы поняли, ну все мы поняли. Да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да. Давай мы ворот откроем, блядь.
Easy now. We're almost there. Let's not fuck it
Ну,
up.
бля, ну ты просто скажи, куда идти, блядь. Ну, это пиздец. Куда мне идти, нахуй? Ну вот хорошо, мы вот тут вот, блядь. Сейвиться можно? Нельзя, блядь, заебись. Что дальше? Хорошо, бить стражников мы не можем, потому что, сука, игра хуйня ебаная. Вот хорошо, давай так. Хорошо, что делать, блядь? Что делать в таком случае? Мне надо в тот двор, блядь, зайти или чё?
Anytime now. Patience. He has to move.
Что делать мне? Мне вот сюда надо было пойти, блядь, или куда? Крестьянин? Крестьян? Не сюда, да? А куда? А куда мне надо, блядь, идти, нахуй? Бля, куда мне идти нахуй? Не поговорить надо с ними, блядь?
Where's Sarat's?
Lady Stephanie?
Where?
I suppose the lady might be in her chamber. We don't know anything.
God be with you.
Damn it all. We'll have to go back empty-handed. We're not going anywhere. Not without my father and... And how are we meant to find them? They're not in the stables or anywhere nearby. Yes, they can't leave them. It was hard enough getting this far, but going inside is madness. What good will it do them? Then we mustn't get caught. Listen, Hal, I can appreciate your stubbornness, usually. I told if you're determined to be a stubborn ox, go right ahead. I suppose you might as well look for your sword while you're at it. Save your speeches. Are you going to help me?
If you want to get yourself killed, you can do it alone. But before you go raising bloody May...
Come on, then. Let's get the fuck out of here before they catch us. Kurva! Fuck my ass!
Fuck.
Henry!
I'll have to carry him out of here
Henry,
right now.
get me out of here!
Over here.
Stop telling everyone what an idiot you are. If you don't get a move on, they'll stab you in the back right under my nose. Run, for Christ's sake, and don't shake me so much.
А как,
Run,
блядь?
for Christ's sake, and don't shake me so much.
Raise the alarm! Watch out!
Run, for Christ's sake, and don't shake me so much.
Hey! All of you, gather here! Raise the alarm! Over here! Where is
Faster!
everyone? Quick! The arms! Get over here!
Ну ладно.
I have to admit, we didn't do too well.
True, the shame of it. They drove us back before we even got any.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
If pigs had wings. I know it troubles you, but it's not over yet.
Ой, блядь, это было тяжко, нахуй, это пиздец. Как же тяжело, когда игра заскриптована, блядь.
It seems, Robard, that we're running out of options.
We don't have enough men to scale the walls with ladders. And we can't afford to lose any more. We can only take Talmberg by a ruse or with superior numbers. Ruses have failed, and we don't have superior numbers.
Then we are left with no choice but to build a trebuchet. To demolish my own walls. Where is Master Fafar?
He's waiting. We sent for him as soon
Bring
as...
him to me. Let's not waste time.
Sir Divish.
You will build me a trebuchet, Master Tobias.
Trebuchet, my lord. That's not entirely in my field of expertise.
We have to take back Talmberg.
Yes, indeed, sir, I understand that.
And you are the best engineer we can rely on in the whole fiefdom.
Oh, well, thank you, my lord, but it's just that I've never built a trebuchet before. This could take some time.
Then you'd better get to it. Bernard will go over the plan of attack with you.
Oh.
Well, Master Tobias, you have much to do and little time. I will not keep you any.
Бартук, давай делай, что ты стал-то, блядь?
Of course, sir. Thank you, my lord.
How are the preparations proceeding in the other camps?
As well as can be expected under the circumstances. There are still many things that need doing, but I just don't have the time for them.
No, you don't. Henry.
Yes, sir.
I would like for you to help with the preparations in the encampments.
Gladly, sir.
Robard will brief you. That'll be all.
Да, вот так. Так, шо, куда там идти? Ага,
Can you...
Certainly.
I'd like...
понятно.
Well, what needs to be...
Look, a military encampment's a complicated thing. I don't expect it to be as peaceful and orderly as Holy Mass. But what we have here now is havoc. The men are as nervous and short-tempered as caged bears. When you walk around the camps, you'll see for yourself. Grumbling everywhere, complaints about it. They're moaning they've drunk the alehouse dry, and now they have to wait for the next batch of beer. We've got dead who deserve a The less the troops grumble, the better off we'll all be.
What do you mean?
Did you hear what Sir Divish was saying to Fafar?
I heard some of it.
And what did you make of it?
He said he'd never built a trebuchet catapult. I wouldn't even know where to start.
But, if it'll take him as long as he said, we can't wait it.
I'll try to ask him if I can help in some way.
You should definitely do that. Without a trebuchet,
How are you faring, sir?
how do you think I'm...
I imagine...
And why...
What's the...
The...
repairing the car?
And
Do you think...
how do I know what's in his head? But if he doesn't take advantage of this chaos, someone else probably will.
I'd never have thought so many people were keeping an eye on Talmberg.
Not only Talmberg, and we've left precious few men in Ratai. If we're defeated here, who's to stop them from pillaging the whole province? And there's no shortage.
Is there some...
There are steps from the gate up to the walkway on
stuck...
brush.
And even if...
Exactly.
And what...
The south and east are solid. It would be useless.
It's best defended from the north. And as for the west...
From the west is where we tried it, and got royally fucked, if you recall. But I think in the end we'll try...
Pity they...
Toss the...
Is there any...
Well, we need some...
I've met a few.
Then have...
Is there... Pity they...
Toss there's a... May the Lord watch over you.
Эх, бля, вот так вот нахуй, да.
God bless you.
Sir Robard sent me to you.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Tamburg. Aye, a mining I'll never manage it.
Well, I'd like to help you, but how?
Actually, Conrad Keyser came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to... He's a scholar who studied medicine, but he also designed... He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
He was with Sigurd.
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed that... Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague. Are you serious? Do you know how complicated such a machine is? If we were lucky, it wouldn't fire at all. Far more likely, it would smash itself to smithereens and kill lots of us instead of the enemy. He was a member of the court and a doctor and a master engineer, so nothing quite...
What's he doing?
They sent him over here to help with building the monastery. No doubt that...
And how...
Well, only if all else fails.
All right.
Thank you. Take care now.
Так, а где он? Ага. Блять, пиздец. Ну нет, блять, нет. Нет, блять, не надо, нахуй не надо, сука.
Yeah! Yeah!
Hey, Mother Nature.
Так, ну вот я Должен был уже все закончить. Все, давай бой закончится. Давайте бой закончится. Ну, пожалуйста, давайте бой закончится. Все, заебись, заебись. Отлично, отлично. Отлично. Ой, блядь, иди нахуй. Так, надо найти какую-то калеку, блядь. Где мне найти этого калеку? Там меня не узлюбили немножко. Немножко меня не узлюбили там, в той стороне. В этой, наверное, тоже немножко не узлюбили. Вот давай какой-нибудь крестьянина спросим.
Hurry up.
Do you happen?
What do you want from the... Never mind. What do I care? It's the big... Sure, farewell.
Отлично. Ага.
Yeah.
Бля, я ж не убьюсь нахуй тут. Не, нормально. И опять мы возвращаемся в монастырь. И опять, и снова, и снова, и опять. Так, где мне его искать? Бля, где он? Может, тут где-то? Может... А, реально, может, реально тут. Не тут. А где? Я на частной территории, бля. Я ж не убью сейчас. Ну, не убился вроде. Нормально. Так, факел найдем. Возьмем факел. Пойдем факел. Так, найдем факел, положим факел. Вот, тут никого нету, блядь. Никого нету, да. Закрыть двери. Где найти мне его? Может, поспать? Подождать часик? Нет тут никого. Где найти его? Где найти его? Ёба народ, блядь. Может, этот? Может, тут?
Monk's got no... Oh, come on. What are you trying... God be with...
Is this where Conrad?
Indeed.
World renowned.
If not yet, then soon. Our Master Keezer is a mastermind.
I need.
Oh, really?
I'm a fellow thinker, and I'd like to stronghold construction. I have this new idea for building, and chat with them.
That sounds important. Here's the key.
You look bored.
Beyond.
How can you be bored here in?
Don't even talk to me about it. They were... Me! Like some kind of thief. What?
Maybe I could.
How?
No, not at all. I was going to bring you something from the cave under the monastery. You could touch it.
Well, now.
Of course.
Then I'll be very...
I've got
A bowl.
a whole.
Ah,
Yes.
you're right. I mean, you...
Thanks.
Truly.
My pleasure.
And Henry,
Yes.
I just wanted to touch... If he took... Hello.
Нихуёво, блядь.
What the...
Что у нас тут такое? Ничего себе.
Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startled me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Sir Tobias Fayfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Fayfar? Tobias Fayfar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fafar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. I was a little... And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't. Then when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was...
They locked you up?
Not quite. It's a royal castle. Frankly, this so-called banishment has been a bit of a blessing. I have peace and quiet to attend, although I have lost quite a few of my patrons.
And why are you here in Sassa?
To be honest...
Money, sir. You don't see...
Dear me, no. I don't...
Бля, братух, даю 1000.
Could I not just pay...
I doubt it. Carol is only interested in the construction.
Ah, as long as he has enough for wait.
Yes.
Who do you...
Who says I was?
But you said you couldn't leave, sir.
Young man, I can't leave because I gave my word, and my word is my bond. I have no...
What is it?
Belly Fortis. Mark my... No, what do you...
Oh, no. Couldn't Carol...
I realize that, but Sassa Monastery... But I...
What do you...
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could, well...
That's a cute... How...
It will be somewhere. I suggest he's...
Right. You really can't...
Damn. I'd like to rain some boat. Look here, I don't want any...
Эх, тыкс. Так, что у нас тут? Сделать так, чтобы закончили... Ага. Угу. Ну, пошли, украдем, пошли. А я сохранился? 4.22. 4.26. Не сохранился. Ладно. Тут вроде недолго. Тут, да, типа, что-то такое.
G'day.
I need some...
Then go and talk.
The thing is...
I can't consent to that. He signed a contract for building the monastery and we pay him...
Conrad would...
We might. I've given my answer.
But the
From what I hear, it's awfully important first and foremost. Anyway, I take my order.
Suppose it...
What use would coin be to me?
Thank you.
You're well.
May God...
Farewell.
А что я, блядь, не могу его придушить нахуй? Так, гроши, игральная кость для нечетных чисел, блядь. Игральное царство небесного. Ключ от двери, ключ от сундука. Похуй. Бля, я, короче, спиздил все, что мог, нахуй. И что мне делать?
What are you doing here? You're playing truant from the...
Где ты? Где он, блядь? А.
The Lord.
I've got that commit.
Not so loud. The very thing. Go to the Sasau scribe and say to him.
Is that a pass?
Just so. He insists on it. Don't. Then all you have to do is take the new document.
All right.
But Carol's no fool. If he can't find it, he'll put 2 and 2 together when you bring him the new document.
Где писарь? Так, где он? Это вот он где-то сидит, да?
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery?
Good day.
Farewell.
I'll be with you.
I have a message.
Hmm?
The fox isn't.
What? Then what in hell?
Conrad Keyser sent me.
Why the hell?
That sod. He deliberately lied to me to make me look.
Well, never mind.
I've got this document here, and I need to have it.
So Conrad is still up to his old tricks. Give him my grease. Let's see it then. All right. Give me an hour. Beggar.
Ну давай сейчас скипнем.
What are you doing here? You're playing truant from the monastery, aren't you?
Ну, братуха, давай. Давай.
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery, lad?
Брат, отдай.
Is it done?
Here you are. And pass on. Been a pleasure.
Поручение Карлу. Ага. За решение на отпуск. Вот это заебись, бля, вот это заебись. Так, сука, блядь, так, нахуй ты, блядь. Так, а где? Вот тут где-то, да? Или там где-то, блядь? То я вот сюда вот и вот сюда вот, да? Ага, вот это домик тут вот, ага. Так. Ага. Бля, где эта хуйня ебаная, сука? Вон ах, вот эта хуйня. А это он был, блядь, или что?
God be with you.
A messenger.
To the hand of...
The hand of fate.
We'll see what fate brings. I have an authorization letter of my own from the... Come with me. Farewell. Well, it goes against the grain, but the seal and signature are genuine.
So Conrad.
He can. A letter of
Wonderful. Are you sure?
not a chance. How the hell?
That's neither here nor there.
How much will you? Not a chance. Farewell.
Не, ну 2000 я бы ему дал, типа, так и быть, блядь, чё нет-то. Ну раз я уже, типа, вот так вот сделал все.
I left Prague, didn't I? They're after me! Sweet
What? Who is?
leave! I can't.
Please, calm down.
They're after
Who?
Sigismund's
Why would they be?
because he's never forgiven my criticisms of Nick. What am I to?
What made?
When I was on my way to Sassau, I saw Baron Pekar. Now I've been told he was seen, and a stranger's been creeping around the garden. They're after me, Henry. The Lord.
Take it.
I don't know.
He won't. I promise. I'll hide in the.
You will, won't you? Good, good. I'll be sure.
Блядь. Блядь, сука, не туда закрыл.
A monk's got no business out here. What happened to your vows? Jesus Christ.
Do you know anything?
That nobleman that showed up recently.
Whose house? I'm much obliged.
Take care now. What? Good day to. God be with you.
Бля, уже все, кто не ходит, все заходят, блядь, кому не попадя.
Yeah.
Текс.
Greeting.
Do you know anything?
Of course. I've played dice with. May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
Do you know?
It rings a. Nah, no. Sure, farewell. God be with.
Would you be Master
I would.
Henry?
And what do you want from me?
What happened to you and Val?
To ask what?
An interrogation, then, I...
And who is it you?
Why don't you ask about my mistresses instead?
Stay.
Keezer. Conrad...
So he doesn't need to.
Worry? Good Lord, no.
Right.
As the mark... Come on.
Че, все, блядь, не все? Что, блядь? А. Ну давай попробуем перехватить наемного убийца в полночь, блядь. Может у нас получится что-нибудь. Может быть что-нибудь еще и получится, да. А может и не получится. Эх. Так, ну и что нам тут делать? Вот нам надо замаскироваться в кустах, да, получается? Ну давай замаскируемся в кустах. Где нам замаскироваться в кустах? Вот если я вот тут стану, это будет считаться как кусты? Ну давай допустим, что тут кусты вот у нас. Вот что у нас, как бы, ну, получается, вот... Давай мы сохранимся, хорошо, давай мы сохранимся еще. На всякий случай. Вот, давай, сохранить игру, давай. Вот, давай, сюда вот сохраняемся. Игра сохранена, хорошо. Все. Ждем до полуночи. Полуночь, вот это вот это получается, да? Угу. Ну давай. Полночь, полночь, полночь. Ну и что нам тут делать? Я уже 3 раза крапива обжегся. Не вижу никого. Что делать? Я не знаю, блядь, что делать тут. Уже полночь почти. Я слышу какой-то шорох, блядь. Ну не знаю, типа, откуда он идет. Ну что-то, сука. Дерево, крапива. Я предполагаю, что это вот тут должно что-то быть. Там что-то лошадь стоит. Крапива заебала. Ну, бля, уже полночь нахуй, все. Ну, ты что, тут типа я тут жду, и что дальше? Никого не вижу я. Дверь закрыта. Блять, не понимаю нихуя. Бля, уже полночь. Давным-давно. Может, это тут встать? Я не понимаю, что делать. Типа я просто так просто АФК стою или что? Я не просто не понимаю. Ну, я караулю его дома, нахуй, что дальше? Это звук слышу. Может, скипнуть часик? Ой, бля, кто-то идет, нахуй. Где он, блядь, делся? Сука, где он делся, блядь? Блядь, где он делся? Бля, он где-то тут был, нахуй. Охуеть, там еще идет кто-то. Их двое, нахуй, трое, блядь. Сколько их тут, нахуй? Мне за ним идти, нахуй?
What the fuck are you doing? Way off. You'll get what for. Dobrodella. Shit.
I'll have you. I'll have you. Here, you should have backed off when we had the chance. A monk's got no business out here. What happened to your vow?
Бля, может он добрый был? Я не знаю, может он реально пришел, блядь, по приколу, блядь. Я, короче, мне похуй, бля, мне похуй. Я просто убил его, блядь. Может он просто пришел к другу, типа, навестить? Я не понимаю.
Why do they want to kill me now? Well, did you...
I did.
And?
He's dead. He was an assassin.
Lord have mercy.
Yes.
So they are after me. I knew it. Sweet Jesus, there'll be more.
Come to Talmberg. You'll be surrounded by...
Yes. Thank you, Henry. I'm in...
I feel quite hungry.
Может быть, он просто по приколу пришел, блядь, ночью, нахуй, я не знаю, типа, по приколу пришел ночью, проведать друга, блядь, сука. ну, не знаю, блядь. Я его чисто ёбнул, блядь. И может, стоило с ним сначала поговорить как-то, ну, блядь, я ёбнул, типа, ну, мне похуй, как бы, шо, блядь, шо поделать. Вот да, вот так вот, да, вот так. Вот я так поступил. Можно было поступить, наверное, иначе. Ну, вот, блядь, я поступил так. Так, ну на этом у нас все получается с этим квестом. Мы идем обратненько. Так, что это такое? Спросил поблизости, где можно найти дёготь, блядь. Пиздец. Поговори с паном дальше. Дёготь, блядь, дёготь. Откуда будет ближе? Наверное, отсюда, да? Побежали. Надо поспать как-нибудь, не знаю. Тут у нас таверна какая-то же, да? Наверное, да. Так, ну нам куда надо? Нам, получается, сейчас вот туда вот, да? Нам на букву F надо. На букву F. Ну, пошли на букву F. Бля, ну опять, сука, с этим проблемами будут. Миллиард квестов сейчас еще. Дёга, блядь, сходи туда, принеси то, заебало реально. Заебало реально, просто заебало. Наверное, немножко не там уже свернул. А, ну да, вот тут они. Они вот тут. Вот они. Здесь. Вот они здесь находятся, эти улежоры. Это... Бран, понял. Спят. Поговорить. Блять. Ну иди нахуй, чел. Бля, ну чел. А можно поспать где-нибудь у вас тут? Вот, поспать.
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery, lad?
Этот проснулся, а этот проснулся? Да, проснулся. Все проснулись.
My God, what happened?
I'm looking for some.
Already? What happened to the...
I don't know, and it doesn't matter. Do you have any, or don't?
I do. I had a buyer lined up, but it's been a while.
Talmberg's been taken by a horde of brigands, so we're laying.
Christ blood. I hadn't heard the news. All right, it's all yours. You gave... If you want to haul it away yourself, feel free.
Thank you.
Take care now.
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery?
Ладно, это было легко. Это было легко.
Yeah.
Ну, хоть вы прыгнули. Так, далеко там вообще еще? Ну, блять, далековато, конечно. Так, вот это сюда, да, получается нам? Да. Так, вот сюда вот мы пришли. Что у нас тут?
God be with you, lad.
How do you?
I felt better. I feel off.
Let someone.
My flesh.
What is it you need?
I need a priest as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna.
Godwin. But why would you need a priest?
See you later.
Да ты заебешь, ёбаный рот, нахуй, ну пиздец. Эх, квест побочный, который дает еще 2 побочных квеста. Которые дают еще побочные квесты, наверное, да? То есть просто так все не будет. Багута, ну как бы, братух, ну надо, блять, что-то сделать.
My respect.
There's something.
Is there, my son?
There are a lot of.
I'd like to help you, Henry.
What's happening?
I have a delegation here from the Archbishopric in Prague. They claim I have a heretic in my parish, and there's talk of building pyres. I fear if I left matters here unattended,
I see.
Go and ask elsewhere. There's bound to be a farewell.
Я понял. Бля, я так не хочу этой хуйней заниматься, это пиздец. Бля, может просто пойдем по основному сюжету, бля. Я помог челу, бля, и хватит с него, блядь. А что там у нас? Помоги мастеру Фейфару. Так, эта заставка началась.
A well-chosen site. You want to strike the gate, do you?
True. We don't want to do more damage than necessary.
I quite understand. Sir Toth is holed up there, is he?
Just so, Master Conrad. I hear you have some accounts to settle with him.
Ah, not entirely. I've done with him. Sigismund trusted him more than me in his campaign against the Ottomans, and we all know how that ended up.
How did it end up?
Badly, my lord. The flower of French knighthood was slain there. Sigismund fled for his life, and I did too, I must confess.
Be assured we shall not make the same mistake here. We do not intend to starve them into submission, but to break down the gate.
I am at your service, my lords. We will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days. And I can supply, for example, Roquetta to sweep the foe from the battlements.
Roquetta? I do not believe I've heard of such a term.
Roquetta are missiles filled with black powder with a touch hole at the bottom to ignite it. They shoot forward, something like a hand cannon, but without rocks. The rocket is the missile.
Нихуя придумал.
I see. But we don't have black powder in these parts. Nor cannon.
Indeed. It should have occurred to me. But I am very fond of Roquetta, and I always think what Alexander the Great might have accomplished with them. I understand. We find ourselves in a conventional situation that demands a conventional...
Ну, блядь, брат, ну я бы тебе помог, конечно, я бы хотел посмотреть, как пиздаёт жестко, но он, блядь, невезуха. Все-таки хотелось бы в замке потом пожить, как бы, ну... Пожить хотелось бы в замке немножко потом еще, да, вот. Ну да, чуть-чуть, хотя бы капельку.
My respect.
I managed to get...
I'm glad to hear it. Take it to the quarter.
Well, it's not so much about him as...
God be with you.
Так.
Greeting.
I came...
He's already here. You wouldn't believe how clever that I guarantee.
Aren't you meant to be
Glad I could be...
I'm truly grateful. Fine work. I probably shouldn't, but go and have a look in my trunk. You might...
Thank you.
Ты еще хороший, охуеть, блядь.
Master Fayfar.
Did he? He must think highly of you.
I do the best.
That's good.
How can I...
Sir Radzik may make light of it, but a large quantity of...
You really think...
Is that...
What a... You said...
Бля, я не хочу уже, блядь, ничего делать, я просто хочу штурмануть замок, блядь. А где сундук? Это не его замок. А где сундук, блядь? Это сундук его. Я бы тут их все вскрыл, в принципе. Чё, блядь? Мне-то что? Это тоже не его сундуки. А где его... Где его? О, отомкнуть. Хороший, блядь. Я не знаю, короче. Ну, пускай будет. Ну, пускай будет, я не знаю, пускай будет. Так, по приколу чисто. Бля, я просто хочу уже штурмануть этот замок ебаный. Ну, блядь, ну дайте пос... Уёбище ебаные, блядь, уроды, сука. Так. Давай еще вот так вот. Так, а сейчас мы жестко нажремся спирта, блядь. Вот так нахуй. Вот так нахуй, вот так. Братух, только, блядь, только не умирай, блядь, от этого спирта, блядь. Мы немного выжили, мы выжили совсем чуть-чуть. Нормально. Что там, он закончил работать над трибушетом или не особо? Так. Каптенармусом, блядь. Каптенармусом, блядь, пиздец. Бля, мне похуй, короче, идите нахуй. Блять, ладно. Сейчас нажремся что-нибудь еще. Вот давай мы нажремся. Живая вода, блин, не то. Нет, не то. Краснобай, неизвестно, противоядие. Что, спирт закончился, что ли? Нет, тут вроде чуть-чуть есть. Так. Давай, раз, два, три. Ух ты, бля, что-то я нажрался, да, наверное? Пьянство поднял уровень. Ну, давай мы еще сожрем каких-нибудь тут вот грибов, да, мясо вот тут вот. Ну и подождем, короче, подождем немножко, подождем. Сколько можем подождать? А можем день подождать. Давай целый день подождем тогда. То я уже примерно 2 дня скипнул, да, получается? Наверное, да. О, все, замечательно, все. Вот это наша, вот это мощь, это мощь. Мощь.
Now, let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
Невезуха.
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
Братух, ну бывают осечки, ничего страшного. Бывает, ничего страшного. Чуть-чуть подождем еще, и нормально.
Move! Damn it, I have to get to Sir Divish. Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right. Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close. Havel Medic. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him. Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many, and they will probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear,
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
A sneaky weasel.
he's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here, and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Townburg.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talberg.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
We will hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded, Captain Robard will be leading on the field.
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander, but many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them.
Так я грабитель и вор, блять, мародер, нахуй. Какой, блять, у меня пример людям, блять.
But that is... Sir, do you really think I'm someone the men could look up to?
Henry, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't even be here today. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be...
But sir, I think I should...
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting you. You'll have to keep nerve, and then, if the... That's what I... They'll...
Ну вот, примерно вот так. Чтоб выйти теперь отсюда, их, да. Я готов, братухи, я готов, братцы, готов. Я готов, братцы, я готов, я готов, я готов, да. Вот так вот, вот так вот, вот так вот, так вот, вот так вот, вот так вот. Так, нет, стоп. Вот так вот, вот так вот, так вот, вот так вот, вот так вот, вот так вот. Такая склянка, железная склянка, вот получается, да, то есть, ну вот как-то так, да. Вот как-то так. Так. Так, мне надо куда? Мне надо вот сюда. Не, ну я готов. Пошли драться.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Так, ну, что ты можешь съесть? Вот сушеное мясо тебя устроит? Сушеная форель вот еще есть. Косуля вот есть еще. Нормально, нормально. Ну что, будем драться, получается, да? Будем драться. Игра сохранена. Отлично, отлично.
Just a little longer. Easy, easy.
Так, а что это у нас за квест вообще? Это подкрепление. Держись, держись, блядь, ебать.
Easy, man. Hold, hold. Not yet.
They were expecting us. First troops to the bridge. Break through. Vanguard to the left. And the rest, come with me. We'll flank the bastards.
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt!
Что это такое было? Нормально, блядь. Да нормально, блядь, нормально. Да нормально, нормально, блядь. Да нормально, блядь, идет нормально, в принципе. Жалко, что игра заскриптована, блядь. Нормально. Блять, тихо, тихо. Тихо, тихо, тихо. Тихо, 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 тихо. Нормально. Давай. Тихо. Вот так мы его. Вот так мы его. Вот так мы его. Вот так мы его. А что-то мы всех в ноль захуярили, блядь. Что мы их в ноль зафиздили, что-то, бля, вообще пиздец. Помоги пану Гануш. Нормально, нормально, мы его запиздили, нормально. Нормально, нормально идет, нормально. Все, помогли ему? Вот так мы их всех.
What? This boy.
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan.
Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Так. Что, мы должны туда? А, она не хочет, блядь? Она не хочет, блядь? Она не хочет? Охуеть. Надо, блядь, идти самому, охуеть. Прикольно. Прикольно, прикольно, блядь, прикольно. Не захотела лошадка на мне со мной прыгать, блядь. Не захотела. Чем, блядь, долго нам бежать нахуй? Блядь, это вообще на самом деле долго. Ну, наверх куда-то надо, да? Надо хоть метку какую-нибудь поставить. Метку я поставил, типа, но как туда идти, непонятно. Тут-то я где-то тут вот спрыгивал. А тут непонятно ничего. Где-то вон там, наверное, надо будет подниматься. Эх, эх, тяжело, тяжело. Да, вот тут, наверное, подниматься надо. Ой, там наши бегут или не наши бегут? Там наши бегут или не наши бегут? Тут это наши? Блять, это не наши нахуй. Ну, им похуй, типа, да? А я чисто так в крысу в спину, блядь, зайду. Блять, тихо, 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 блять. Блять, иди нахуй. Иди нахуй. Блять. Ладно, я не смог справиться, блять, со всеми. Я не смог с ними справиться, блять. Ага. Короче, я не смог справиться, но, блять, как-то так, да. Как-то вот так. Это нельзя использовать в бою, охуенно. А меня куда-то ранили? Меня ногу ранили, типа, или куда? Ну не смог я против четверых драться, не смог, я не смог. Вот так, да, вот так, вот так. Да мы вот тут, типа, вот защищаемся, так воюем, понятненько, понятненько. Нормально, 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 нормально. Бля, я бы это все забрал, конечно. По 6 килограмм это все весит. Бля, я бы это все забрал, конечно. Броши забрал бы, блядь. Хлебу забрал бы, конечно. Отвар из календулы бы забрал. Что бы забрал, блядь? Все бы забрал. Могу что-то в питомца положить? Блядь, они, кстати, лучше моих. Ой, бля, ебать, они лучше моих. покоев. Ну и ладно. Что мне делать? Обороняться как-то надо, да? Бля, я вытекаю, блядь, я вытекаю. У меня кровь, я вытекаю, блядь. Есть ничего нельзя мне. Получил 900 грошей, охуеть. Еще 700 получил откуда-то, не знаю откуда. Нормально, победили. Нормально, мужики, хорошо деремся, хорошо. Ребята, молодцы. Да, радуемся. Радуемся.
Well,
The damage isn't too serious.
so we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Блядь, ну, сука, замажься чем-нибудь, блядь.
Start talking, or make your peace with God.
Do your worst. I won't betray my lord.
Ah, Henry, just the man I want. This fool would rather hang than sing. You know more about him than we do, so maybe...
Well now, fuck. You need to change your tone. What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy whence...
Who is this Top?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed me.
How did you meet him?
What's that got to do with anything?
How many...
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But
who does he...
Are you...
Listen to me.
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really think he...
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will... I won't wait.
I don't need to save myself.
Why should he say...
You don't know anything.
Now I'm curious. What?
You never
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end...
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems you're... Anyway, it's clear...
Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell. I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father? Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst? Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanush. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Ой, блядь, надо поспать. А то это вообще пиздец. Так, есть у меня алкоголь еще? Или закончился? Или закончился так? Похуй. что-то выкинуть, наверное, мне кажется, не? Надо что-то выкинуть, конечно, да. Что тут самого тяжелого есть? О, а эту хуйню я ношу, да. Вот эту хуйню выкинем. Все. Так, а куда мне идти?
At your service. I'm about to give the order to bombard. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet.
Заебись.
I'd be delighted.
To smash my castle? I can't say. Sorry, sir.
I didn't mean it like that.
There's nothing to it. Then all you have to do is pull the.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several. Sir Robar, goodbye.
Бля, ну пиздец. Ну чё, блядь, сука, такое нахуй? Дайте пострелять. А куда... А где рычаг? Вот это рычаг? Или где он? Бля, может я тоже типа потянуть хотел бы? Это ебать долго ждать, конечно, это просто пиздец. А вот это рычаг, типа? Вот это рычаг, да, получается? Я понял.
God be with. Take care now.
Давайте, мужики, давайте. Так, мужики, дайте стрельнуть, пожалуйста. Дайте стрельнуть. Так, ну и что тут у нас? Так. Что, стрелять? А где стрелять? Где-то тут же надо стрелять, да? Ну а где как, блядь? Как тут стрелять-то, ебать? А где как стрелять? Куда рычаг, блядь? А где? Я не понимаю. Что-то же должно быть.
Good day to you. That's how it.
Well, what do you think? There's any?
I've. God be with you.
Как стрелять? Как стрелять? А, вон, нахуй, использовать. А я даже не видел, как она полетела, блядь. Нихуя, блядь.
Divish said,
Sir.
Sir Divish said you.
We're going to watch Ish.
That's all.
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the. Take care now.
А, да? Двухдневный обстрел, понял. Двухдневный обстрел. Ну мы же ради сюжета тут стоим, правильно. Значит, сидим, ждем 2 дня. Можно еще будет полдня прождать, а потом поспать. Полдня. Сейчас мы еще полдня скипнем, а потом полдня поспим. Так, ну вот, получается, мы тут это самое. Так, раз, два, 3, 4, 5, 6. Все закончилось. Пан Борек ждет меня. Ну да, ждет, и что дальше?
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg,
Just so. Then.
All right.
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? You won't have another.
I'm ready.
We're going.
How are we going to?
We'll try. Port.
And what? How will? And the. What about?
And his.
All right.
See you later.
Денег дают. Опа, заставочка. Опа, блядь, только что была ночь, сейчас же день уже. Вот это так вот так вот, да. Ну, сука, крестьяне собрались с копьями, бля, это так вот нахуй, вот так вот. Да похуй, блядь. Давай, мужики, заходим на стену. Бля, ебать они, конечно, такие, чисто такие, бля, мужики крестьянские. Без оружия, блядь, без доспехов, нахуй, без нихуя. Давайте я первый поеду, блядь, полезу. Сейчас я, сука, первый полезу, блядь, и мне пизды первым уже дадут, блядь, как в Баннерлорде, блядь, было всегда. Такой на стену лезешь, блядь, тебя, сука, со всех сторон лучники ебашат. Ну тут, правда, лучников почему-то нету, блядь. А, нет, тут есть какие-то. Ну, мне сейчас пизды реально вломят, блядь. Бля, ебать мне пизда сейчас будет. Так, дай что-нибудь, бля. Вот так вот, вот так вот. Вот так вот, вот так вот. Вот так вот, вот так вот, вот так вот. Денег дает. Так вот, блядь. Вот так вот. Так, сейчас мы поедим еще. Мы сейчас еще поедим, блядь, и пойдем пиздиться жестко. Так, сушеный фрукт, солонина. Так, нормально. Самогон, питьевая вода. Самогон. Пускай будет самогон еще, блядь. Питьевая вода, морковка, блядь. Печеная колбаса. Не, все, заебись, хватит, блядь. Хватит с них. Идем, блядь, вперед, нахуй, ребята, мужики, вперед, блядь. Вперед, нахуй, штурмуем стены, блядь. По башке нахуй ебанул ему, блядь. Тихо, бля. Вот так вот нахуй мы их всех. Вот так вот нахуй мы их всех. Мне сейчас тоже по башке дали, блядь. Нормально. Давай, мужики, давай. Бьем его нахуй. Хорошо, бля, мужики, хорошо. Все, мы всех запиздили, типа, или что, нет? А тут нет никого. А где он, блядь? Тут нет никого. А где они дерутся, блядь? Не понимаю. А где дерутся они? Откуда звуки, блядь? Я не понимаю. Мы тут всех победили. А дерутся они где? Они где-то тут дерутся? Я понять не могу просто. Где дерутся все они? Это тут они вот дерутся? А, вот тут они дерутся все. Ну, типа всех победить, блядь? Блядь, меня сейчас запиздят, блядь. Тише, блядь, мужик, нахуй, тихо, тише, блядь, тише. Все, тихо, лежи, блядь. Не поднимайся, не поднимайся. Бля, мужики, нахуй, ну потише, блядь, потише будьте, потише, блядь. Ну потише будьте, блядь, потише, мужики, блядь, потише, нахуй, потише, блядь. Блядь, что не пиздят на меня, ебать? Бля, ну бей его нахуй. Так, нормально, этого убили. Пускай держится, блядь, пускай держится. Блядь, мужики, тихо, блядь, тихо. Тихо, блядь, тихо, нахуй, тихо, блядь. Помирай, блядь, все, хватит, блядь, с тебя, хватит, все, хватит, блядь. Все, с тебя тоже хватит, блядь. Тихо, блядь, лежи, блядь, лежи. Лежи, ты тоже лежи, блядь. Лежи, блядь, лежи. Все, блядь, тихо. Ебать, я тут получил опыта, блядь, разного много. Офигеть. Да вот он тут был, оказывается, да?
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanush.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, you're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks his truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. They said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Go! Oh, they really are heading for Scallets. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
А пан Ян-то хороший мужик оказался, бля. Эх, сука. Блять. Я не в ту сторону поскакал или что? Блять, скалится в другой стороне, пиздец. Бля, долбоёб, ладно. Невезуха. Так, скалится, блять, вон в той стороне, правильно, блять? Так, я сейчас бегу вот сюда, типа, вот сюда, вот сюда, вот сюда, вот сюда, вот, блядь. А могу быстрее? Нет, не могу. Ладно, сейчас разберемся. Так, правильно я вообще еду сейчас? Ну, блядь, в целом можно и так, наверное, да? То есть, ну, блядь, вообще, конечно, надо было вот так ехать, блядь. Но тут, в принципе, тоже можно как-нибудь вот так вот, я не знаю, блядь. А можно быстрый переход сделать? Конечно же, нельзя, блядь. Блин, наверное, все-таки там надо было ехать, ладно. Да, он тоже тут едет, типа. Мы тоже тут поедем. Так, мы тут выпьем что-нибудь сейчас. Вот выпьем эту хуйню. А я его даже не вижу уже. Где-то там позади остался. Так, мы сейчас, получается... Ага, ну мы чисто по дороге, блядь, ебашим.
There's no sign of them. Move on. I'm glad to see Istvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other.
Шо, все, блядь, закончилась игра, блядь, или не закончилась игра?
They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
Catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
Бля, я, сука, мародер, вор, убийца, бля, какая честь, блядь.
Then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
Where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is.
We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front.
Ну, спасибо, блять. Спасибо, что разрешил.
It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
А шо, все получается, да? Вот так вот у нас игра закончилась. Вот так вот. Ну, что можно сказать, на самом деле? Игра с прикольными механиками, вот уникальными, допустим, открытие замков, воровство, вот это вот все. Но остальное, наверное, все-таки по стандарту, вот это придушение, убийство, вот это, наверное, все-таки по стандарту, как во всех играх. Но вот открытие замков, вот кража, это уникальная, типа, херня полная, полностью прикольная. Вот, мне понравилось. Она, конечно, немножко рандомная, особенно вот эта вот кража, блядь, карманов, но... Не знаю, типа. Боевка, блядь, полнейшее дерьмо. Боевка на лошади еще большее дерьмо. Блядь, абсолютно неиграбельно, блядь. Это просто пиздец, конечно, который сделали. Вот. Ну так, игрушка, блядь, не знаю, ну там, на 5 из 10 пускай будет. 5 из 10, я не знаю, блядь. Есть игры намного лучше, есть игры похуже, блядь. Вот. В принципе, что сказать? Больше нечего сказать. Скипнуть можно? Да, можно скипнуть. Вот. На этом мы, получается, заканчиваем эту игру. И все. И все. Много квестов не прошел дополнительных. Ну, уже я как бы не хотел, блядь. Не хотел проходить, потому что заебало.
You're doing well, son. Father. Come now. You know who sired you. That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much. You'll be fine. We're proud of you. For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away. Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing. You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me. Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right. I have to leave you now. Oh, please. You know I can't stay. Will I ever see you again? God knows. Make her proud.
Бля, что-то, мне кажется, с диалогами случилось, блядь. Подожди. Что-то с этой хуйней, сука, с субтитрами получилось, блядь. Это какая-то хуета жесткая сейчас.
Don't go. No. What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle.
Бля, что с субтитрами? Это пиздец. Блять.
I'll go straight away. What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Бля, это какая-то хуета жесткая. Подожди. Все, да, получается? Все, да? Журнал. Ага, нет. Ага. Это не все еще. Эпилог есть какой-то еще есть. Эпилог. Эпилог.
How? Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
Ну да, братва, бывает.
You're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
Came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas has invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense.
Бля, какую-то ты хуйню несешь, блядь.
Just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergholf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like scarlets? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft the letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Бля, игра продолжается, что ли, пиздец? А я уже хотел закончить.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name, Lord of Lipa.
Quite so.
So, it looks...
Yes.
I don't want to...
Don't worry.
I know. You'll be there.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get...
Yes.
Very well. It's 3 days...
I'm getting...
Блять, нет у меня вопросов.
Who is...
They...
I don't...
No.
That's a...
And what they want to do about freeing King Wenceslas.
Wenceslas IV. I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense. My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Ой, бля, заебали пиздеть, бля, ёбаный рот, сука. Ага.
Come now, Hal. My men are mustered in the courtyard. We can get going. The Lord...
Are you with?
You must be joking. You can't have... Nonsense.
Anything.
Good luck, then. What the... Oh. Hey! What?
Давай, идем. Где моя лошадь? Это моя лошадь? Нет. А где моя лошадь? А, это моя лошадь.
So... Of course. So, to horse. The Lord...
Браток, ну давай, идем. Нормально. Ой, я там, получается, прокачал же что-нибудь, да? Ой, да, общий уровень прокачал. Он мне так нужен сейчас, конечно, будет, да? Хряк. А за карту это куда? Нам далеко идти? Бля, наверное, далеко. А мы в ту сторону охотиться шли, да? Музычка заиграла.
I'm getting used to it. What about Rodzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggar's belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a...
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Невезуха. Невезуха, ребята, невезуха. Нас только двое? Бля, что-то недалеко.
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him, mind.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of ИГРУ, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the ИГРУ women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Что, долго там еще ехать, блядь, это пиздец. А нам куда? Вот сюда, наверное, да? Ладно, вроде немного осталось.
He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back in their old tricks.
Yeah.
Так что, мы пришли уже, да, получается? Нам просто осталось тут пройти 2 метра. Вот сюда вот, да? То есть мы идем. Ну да. 2 метра нам осталось пройти. Не знаю, как-то, может, музычку бы поставили красивую, хорошую. Бля, на самом деле можно столько в эту игру было внести еще дополнительно, сделать, блядь. Но что-то они не сделали, бля. Это пиздец, на самом деле. Не знаю, сколько там бюджет у игры был, блядь, но можно было сделать намного лучше. Как-то, конечно, скудненько, блядь. Скудненько, блядь. FPS просаживается, бля, сука. У меня RTX 4070 Ti, блядь. Тут FPS до 60, до 30 доходит иногда временами, блядь. А заставки все сделаны в 30 FPS, блядь. Ни больше, ни меньше. 30 FPS, блядь. Вот и все. Это, конечно, печалит сильно. Сейчас у меня 93, типа. Ну вот как-то так, да. Как-то вот так. А сейчас вообще ничего нету. Просто 0 контента, хотя мы вот идем к дороге, типа, и ну такого не должно. Блять, столько на самом деле много всего можно было доделать еще в эту игру, типа. Даже после релиза можно было всего доделать, столько в патчах. Но, блять, как жалко, что всем похуй, конечно, да. Как жаль, как жаль. А ведь можно было это сделать. Ну, не сделали. Не сделали. Вот так. Все, да? Осталось чуть-чуть. Все, ну, может, поскакали, типа, не? Поскакали, может быть. Или он как-то хочет по-другому, блядь. Что он хочет сделать? Ну, может, я тогда сам поскочу? Вот, заебись. Он слез, блядь? Пиздец, серьезно? Куда ты пошел, блядь? Мы тут, сука, перевал будем делать? Что, серьезно?
Of course. At last, quite.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
Ну вот, как-то так мы и прошли игру. Жалко, что только одна концовка. Хотелось бы побольше, конечно, но что поделать. Игра вот линейная, да. Даже то, что я не помог работягам перебинтовать, найти лекаря, найти священника, блядь. Никому не зарешало, блядь, никак, не помогло, блядь. Всем похуй. Просто я не прошел квест, блядь, и всем похуй, типа. Ну, то есть, игра никак не поощрила и не наказала за то, что я никому ничего не помог, блядь. Ну, вот как-то так, да. Вот так вот. Вот так вот мы прошли игру. Вот. И все, в принципе. Вот, 5 из 10, как я уже говорил. Вот, больше дать не можем, блядь. На этом мы, наверное, закончим на этом. На этом мы закончим, блядь, вот. Да.